Hello everyone, happy Monday. Welcome back for our practice. We got an urban fit practice today. I'm going to give everybody about a minute or so if you're still joining live on the YouTube. If you're catching this class on recording, I always tell people just wait until you see me either lie on to my back, you can just hit fast forward, or go into child's pose, and that's when the class starts, or you just look at the total length of the class. So say it's an hour and 4 minutes long. That means fast forward about 4 minutes, and then the class will probably start right around there, because the classes always end up finishing right at 1 o'clock here on the West Coast. So, welcome back. If you are here and you're getting settled, then we're going to start lying down on our back today. And when you lie down onto your back this morning or this afternoon, or in any case could be the evening, separate your feet so they're a little bit wider than your hips, and let your knees fall in towards each other. And so this is going to spread the space across your low back and your sacrum. You can adjust your shoulders and then rest your hands onto your ribs, onto your belly, and your elbows touching the ground so that your shoulders don't have to do any work. And it's a pretty good sign, those of you that have shoulder stuff going on, if your elbows are off the ground, then your shoulders are working in some capacity. I hope everybody can hear me okay, and the sound is coming through nice and clearly. Make sure to adjust your volume if you need to, and so that you can pick up the instruction without having to look back at the video. And if you're pairing the practice with music, then you can choose any playlist from the Spotify account, Joe Komar, and you can always have music going as well. You spread your knees back apart, heel toe your feet so they're together. And we're going to start with an eagle wrap. So left leg crosses over your right leg. Cactus the arms. And that way your elbows are as high as your shoulders. And then your forearms are parallel to each other. Feel into the front of the chest, across the front of your shoulders. And then we can start to firm in with the breath as you inhale. Exhale, feel your low back flatten, and draw your forearms down into the ground. And start to turn your awareness and your focus to your breath. Breathe in through your nose, and breathe out through your nose. Keep your arms as they are, and then switch. Bring your left foot down onto the ground, and cross your right leg over your left leg. And with your arms in the cactus shape, and feel that subtle stretch opening across your front body. And take a breath into your heart center, shoulders down, and back of your head into the ground. One more inhale here. And then go ahead, finish your exhale, unwrap your right leg, and take both legs long onto your mat. Reach your arms over your head, give yourself a nice big stretch. And point your toes, draw the breath up out of your belly into your chest. And bend your legs, bring your knees into your chest, hands behind your hamstrings, and rock up and down the length of your spine. I can't tell you exactly what, but if you are feeling the muscles along your spine today, all I can tell you is that it's something from Saturday and Sunday, because I'm feeling it as well. Cross your ankles, and then come up to a seated position. So we're facing the back of your mat. And ground down through your sits bones, shoulders away from your ears, and your hands capping your knees. Close your eyes, take 3 breath cycles here with your lips sealed. and managing to keep your jaw relatively soft. And that just means if you're really grinding, gripping, squeezing in the back of your jaw, and let that relax a little bit. You can feel the breath in your body. It's nice to be on your mat. I hope everybody has a wonderful practice today. Open your eyes. Let's pivot. Turn around. Come into a tabletop, all fours, and facing back towards the top of your mat. And spread your fingertips apart as you start to move your hips side to side. And your body and the feelings in your body, they're not the same today as they were yesterday. Connect to your breaths. And you know that it's simply offering you a space and to separate from the day-to-day stress, right? The agonizing attachments into the chaos, into everything and that may be going on around you, and so that you can develop this relationship in your true self, you without conditions. And bring yourself back to square, hands and knees, and with your inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, press back into a downward facing dog. It might be a little easier to think about relationship outside of yourself and without conditions, but I'm calling you to connect to your breath and to consider in this practice, in this relationship, and without conditions inside of yourself. And pressing out through the resistance, meeting and the boundaries, the barriers, the expectations, the ideas, and that you may have embedded and within your yoga practice of saying, I can do this, but I can't do that. Or my foot goes here, but my leg will never actually be straight. And put it all into the perspective and where you're able and to filter through your breath and see that anything is possible. Wally just cruised by. I swear he's looking at us every day. Clearly we're on the same schedule. When Wally goes for his walk, that's the robot, everybody. When he goes for the walk around the block. And take the hands and the feet and crawl everything to the middle of your mat. Big toes together. And the legs can be straight as you dangle. Bring your hands down to the ground. If not, place them onto your shins. And back of the legs as you exhale, chin a little closer to your chest. Hands to your shins. Inhale to draw out, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. And exhale, dive, forward fold, take your hands back to the mat. Again, inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. And exhale, dive, forward fold, bring your hands back to the mat. Last one, inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands back to the mat. Let's go. Inhale, rise, stand up, press the mat away as you stretch up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. You're familiar. Inhale, arms up. Like when you were lying down, cactus your arms, open your chest. Pause here, feel your feet. Strengthen your legs, root into your belly. And so I'm squeezing, wrapping and the ribs in while pressing the feet down and still feeling the length and the lift through the back of the heart. Those muscles underneath the back of your ribs. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, dive, fold forward, bring your hands to the ground. Inhale, lift halfway, hands to shins. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, legs straight, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Feel the feet. Inhale, take the arms back up. Now grab the inside of your left wrist with your right hand. And pause in the presence of your center. And lifting straight up, pull your left wrist over to the right. And the hips are relatively fixed but not frozen, so there's always movement of breath and through your body as you feel these shapes and the expression develop. There's always some movement, right? If you're too tight, then you're gripping. You want to feel in the air traveling through the body. On your inhale, rise back to center. Switch the grip so your left hand is inside your right wrist. Draw it up and feel your presence in center, and then draw it over to the left. And side body, so we hit the back ribs. Now we're hitting the side ribs, and then we'll feel it in the front ribs, and when we come into our chair pose. And strong legs, always a good foundation to support, just makes sense. Inhale, rise back up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms up, look up. And exhale, take a bow, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Let's go up. Inhale, rise. Press the mat away, reach. Exhale, hands to your heart. All of this is your warm-up. Inhale, take your arms up, palms face. And now bend your legs, sit into your chair. And feel your front ribs. Rather than pushing them out, tailbone down, slide the ribs in and then reach out through your wrist. And same time, grounding down through your upper back and your shoulders. Stay with it. Breathe for 3, 2, and let's go. Forward fold, let it go. Inhale, crawl out into a high plank, hands in front, and step your feet back. One line through your spine. And big toes together. It's been a minute. Let's do some Yogi Push-Ups. Exhale, lower down, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Press back, downward facing dog. Seal your lips. Feel the length in your tail, lower third of your spine. And draw through your legs, wrap your inner thighs back. And with your inhale, come forward into a high plank. Lift your left toes, bring your left knee into your nose. Arms are straight, round your spine in like you're doing a cat pose. And forehead to your knee, strengthen your right leg. Step back to plank, look forward. Hover your right toes and switch. Right knee into your nose and then curl it back in like you're doing a cat pose. Left leg is connecting you to your belly. Deepening the flexion to your right hip. Step back into your high plank. That'll get you warmed up. And then press back into your downward facing dog. Roll the elbows in. Take the tightness out of the shoulders. Breathe across the upper back. Nice. Big toes together. Bend the knees, look forward, and exhale, take 2 big steps to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, keep it clean, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms up, now you're moving. Exhale, dive with your breath. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Plant the hands, step back into your high plank. And draw with your legs, lengthen through your heart, take an inhale. And exhale, press back into your down dog. Inhale, your right leg lifts up. And do that knee to nose crunch. Step your right foot all the way in between your hands. Lower your back knee down. Keep your hands on the ground and slowly bend into your front leg more. And feel what you're meeting sensationally into your right hip crease. Inhale. And exhale, sit back onto your left heel, straighten your right leg. Crawl your hands back. Inhale, roll your heart up. Crawl your hands forward and then draw your belly in as you fold forehead to your knee. And keep your arms active with your breath. It's going to feel like you're levitating up through your back body. The air comes in, fills up like a balloon. And then the air goes out and your chest and your forehead go down to your knee. Do that again. Inhale, feel. And then exhale, fall. Come forward, inhale, back to your lunge. Back toes tuck, lift your left knee. Press the mat away, kick your right leg back, 3-legged dog. Stay here, square your hips, use your trunk. Strengthen your back. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back. Right knee, left elbow. Kick it back. Right knee, right wrist. Kick it back. Right knee, left wrist. Kick it back. Step through, bend your left leg, step forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, dive, draw your belly in, fold. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant the hands, 2 big steps back, come into a high plank. Strong legs, pull your heart center through. You got it. Exhale, come back into your downward facing dog. Turn your elbows in and keep breaking the shoulders out away from the neck. And you'll feel those muscles underneath your shoulder blades. Right foot down, rhomboid muscles, left leg up. And do the knee to nose crunch. Step your left foot all the way through. Lower your right knee down. Keep your hands on the ground. And you're simply bringing your pelvis forward. So your left leg is bending more. Feel what's there in your left hip crease. And breathe into it. So if we create the compression down in the hips, then when you breathe, you should receive more of that breath coming up into your chest. And take one more breath. On your exhale, hips back to your right heel, straighten your left leg. Walk your hands back and feel all of that, perhaps discomfort into your right ankle, in your toes. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, crawl your hands forward. Draw your belly in. Use the arms as a kickstand. You should get a sensation right into your hamstring, left side. And so we need not deny our mind all the sensation involved. All the breath connecting body and mind through breath. When you breathe, we say to receive. Take an inhale, lift your chin. Come forward, exhale, tuck your back toes. Lift your right knee, press the mat away, kick your left leg back and up, three-legged dog. And square your trunk, even weight into your hands. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick back. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale back. Left knee, left wrist. Inhale back. Left knee, right wrist. Inhale back, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway, should feel light. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, sweep the arms, reach up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the hands, two big steps back. Light in the chest, strong in the back. Bend the arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Tops of the feet, inhale, up dog. Exhale, lift your hips. Great job, downward facing dog. Lips sealed, slow down your exhale. And draw to your midline, bring your big toes together. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, take two big steps to the top of the mat. Bend your legs right away. Sit back into your heels, arms up, chair pose. Hands to your heart center. Soften the chin. As you roll your heart up, take a breath in. Right elbow outside your left thigh. Okay, we'll go 3 breaths on each side. Bum will stay low. And it's too much in the neck, you can keep the gaze down. Look at your big toes. And there's always a way. If you want more, roll your gaze up, last breath. And then come back to center, reach your arms up, you're in chair pose. Hands to your heart center. There goes Wally. Left elbow outside your right thigh, twist. If you need a little less, take your gaze down to your toes. If you need a little more, gaze to your fingertips or roll the gaze all the way up. Keep your bum low, come back square, reach your arms up. You're in chair, stay. And stand up, bring your hands to your heart center. Excellent, take an inhale. Feel your feet as you exhale, arms by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Eagle wrap, left arm under your right arm. Take a breath, bend your legs, sit down into your chair, and wrap your left leg over your right leg. And so your eagle wrap, crossing, and sit down as you draw with your belly. Squeeze your inner thighs. And on your next exhale, bring your elbows down into your knees, please. And so you're sitting down as deeply as you can, into your right leg standing. Curling the elbows in, feeling the outer hips, and still maintaining that even breath awareness. Feel the strength in your right leg, glute and hamstring to lift you up. Stand up, lift your left knee in front. Step down, bring your arms by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, right arm under your left arm. Even exchange, all in the breath. Bend your legs, sit like chair. Lift your right knee, wrap it over your left thigh. And work the squeeze, hug into your midline, tailbone down. Feel it draw, belly in, elbows to your knees. Bend your standing leg, get your bum low. The wobbles are good. Okay, the falling out is fine. And take a breath and just come back in. Okay, remember, you're focused, but you're not gripping in the resistance and where your breath is non-existent. And you want to feel the breath flowing through the body. Use the hamstring and the glute and lift the back, rise up. Lift your right knee. Step down, arms by your sides, please. Great job. Inhale, arms up. Let's sit deep back into our chair. Feeling the thighs, reach out through the wrist, all the space in the upper body. On your exhale, dive, fold it out over straight legs. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. Plant the hand, step back into your high plank. 2 big steps. Get used to that. Especially in your fit, work from your belly. Feel through your core. Let's take the weight into the left hand, roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Right foot steps in front of your left shin onto the mat. Bottom hip can sag, we want it to lift. Use your right foot, reach your right arm over your head towards the top of your mat. Feel the connection to the breath with your lips sealed. Come back square into your plank. Pivot on your left toes. Right foot back. Exhale into your down dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. And exhale, left knee, right elbow. Kick out onto the wood. Keep both hands down. And get a little extra love into your outer left thigh. Back heel is high. Rotating your rib cage. And you got it. Gaze slides forward. Excellent. Step back, knee to chest into your high plank. Press back into your down dog. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Inhale, rise. Push off the front foot, arms up, crescent warrior. And keep reaching. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper into the bend of your front leg. And back heel is over your big toe. Chest is lifting up as you kick through your back heel. Feel your thigh. And bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale. Use your step to the top of your mat. Straight legs. Arms by your sides. That transition should be getting easier. Look down to your feet. Inhale. Reach your arms up. Exhale. Bend your legs. Bring on the sweat, everybody. Chair pose. Utkatasana. And it's one of those days. Gotta just draw deep into your power center. Breathe with me. Take it down, dive, over, straight legs, forward, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant the hands, 2 big steps back into your high plank. 1 line through your body. Bring the weight over into your right hand. Side plank, step, left foot onto the mat in front of your right shin. If you notice that bottom hip lifting, then it's all going to go into your shoulders. Keep that hip up, reach your left arm over your head, stretch. Feel it all built through your base. Come back to your plank. Pivot on your right toes. Left foot back, plank pose. Keep that head up. Press back into your down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. It's floating. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Kick out onto your floor. Both hands stay down. Back heel is high. And you're sucking the belly in, pulling your heart through. And we're sliding the gaze forward. And it's getting deeper into that twist. You got it. Slide your right knee back. Step back into your high plank. Lift your bum into your down dog. Inhale. Exhale, step left foot in between your hands. Push off that foot. Rise up. Crescent warrior. It's not easy to meet a straight right leg in your crescent warrior. And you'll feel it, that scissoring effect through your inner thighs. And to keep your front leg bent, work the lift in the back of your right knee, tailbone down, and then use the strength of your arms and your back body to reach. Bring your hands to your heart center. Chest and back, belly in. Exhale, step and stand, top of the mat. Awesome. Arms by your sides, look down to your toes. Hey, why wouldn't we? Inhale, arms up. Bend your legs, sit down into your chair. Wag your tail in your chair. Right, it's not so fixed, it's not so tight. Wag the tail. Outer hip flexors a little loose. Now still the tail. Take a breath in and fold it out. Hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Great job. Plant the hands 2 big steps back into your high plank. Set your palms, draw with your core. Exhale, lower halfway down, elbows to ribs. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. 3 breaths in your down dog, please. Finish your exhale, look at your hands. Step your right foot outside your right hand. Step your left foot outside your left hand. And big toes out, heels in, and then sit into your squat. Elbows to your inner thighs, palms touch together in prayer, front of your heart. Keep your bum low, reach your arms up like chair, let the weight roll into your heels. And the last thing to move is the chin as the shoulders slide down, gaze can come forward. And draw your belly in, start to press the mat away, stand up for 5, 4, 3, 2, arms up, and hands to your heart center. Step your feet back together, middle of your mat, big toes touch. Yes, open your left knee. Bring your left foot to your inner right thigh. And hands to your heart center. So it's been an onslaught of space. First we started around the rib cage, then the experience in the hips, and now we're in tree, and feeling some lightness and a soft focus. Like, I'm good. Could go this way, could go that way, but I'm good. Connect to your standing leg. Inhale your left knee forward. Kick your left leg back, toppling tree with your hands in front of your heart. Maintain that up dog through your torso, so your heart is pulling forward. Left leg stays straight. Inhale, bend your right leg as much as you can. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Press through the sole center of your right foot. Inhale, bend your right leg as much as you can. And then exhale, straighten that leg out. One more. Inhale, bend the leg. Exhale, straighten it out. Bring your left knee through, lift it up in front of you. Check it out. Left foot down, big toes touch. Hands to your hips, proud chest. Step your right foot back 4 feet or more. Warrior 1. So your right foot, toes are turned out on a 45. Your front leg, left leg, bend into it. And draw your left ribs back. You can use your hands. Left ribs back, right ribs forward, and then take both arms up towards the sky. Feel it. You're working to roll the weight into the pinky toe side edge of your right foot. Okay, it is warrior 1. Breathing through your outer hip, tailbone down. Deeper in your lunge, lift your heart, and then lift your chin. Shoulders away from your ears. On your exhale, bring your gaze and hands to the mat. Pivot your back heel high. Kick your left leg back, 3-legged down dog. Set your hands so you're not wearing out your shoulders. And take a breath into your body. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, sweep to reach, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands into your heart center. Feel your feet. And pause with your chin softening down towards your chest. Feel your heartbeat, gaze in front. Especially if you're doing this in the heat, everybody. Slow down that exhale, open your right knee, and bring your foot to your inner left thigh for tree. And so the hips are square, hands to your heart center. I love when people walk past the front of the studio like, what is that guy doing? Peace fingers. And feel the lightness and the lift. And we've drawn ourselves into the space. Hopefully you can realize the separation. And it's where we create. That's where we connect. That's where we all flow together. It all becomes one. Beautiful breath. Turn your right knee forward. Kick your right leg back. Toppling tree, palms in front of your heart. And that up dog. So it doesn't look like an upward facing dog chest, but it feels like an upward facing dog chest, just to keep your forehead above your heart. Inhale, bend your standing leg. And exhale, straighten it back out. 2 more. Inhale, bend the leg. Exhale, straighten it back out. 1 more. Inhale, bend the standing leg. Exhale, straighten it out. Right knee through, lift it up in front of you. Step your right foot down, arms by your sides. Nice. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen your spine. And plant your hands, step back into a high plank. And feel your belly draw, connect, breathe. Press your hips high, downward facing dog. Coming into your warrior 1, step your right foot through. Okay, now building it from a base, turn your back heel in. Bend your front leg more. Feel the outer edge of your left foot, sweep your arms and draw yourself up, square your hips. And shoulders away from your ears. Little to less grip in your toes, and you can elevate your gaze. Breathe into the pose for 3, 2, 1. Gaze and hands down. Back heel lifts. Kick your right leg back. 3-legged dog. Notice the lightness in the leg and from the space in the joint. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, kick it back and up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, take a bow. Hands can go on the back of the ankles. Forearms wrap behind the calves. And belly draws in. And give yourself a nice deep stretch in the forward fold. As you bring your hands back around in front, lift your heels, double toe stand. Bum to heels. Spread your knees apart so your arms are inside your thighs. And if you need your hands, set your hands behind, rock back onto your bum. Nice. Keep your bum grounded. Okay, now lift your feet and bring your arms inside your knees. So you're doing crow pose on a seated position, sacrum to the mat. Flex your wrists, palms press out towards the front. Big toes together. And as you press the big toes together, you should feel your belly activate. Remember, it's in the space. It's in the separation from the attachment we create, we connect, we all flow together. Bring your knees together, lower halfway down. And feel it, artist. Connect to your core. Stay on your sacrum. 3 more breaths. Use the strength in your belly and your back. No hands. Come back up. Cross your legs. Come into a seat. Bum is heavy. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Level your gaze out in front. Feel it. Less momentum, more breath. As you start to reach your arms forward, bring your hands to the ground. Roll over your shins. Uncross your legs, step back into your downward facing dog. If you need to walk it back on your mat, meet in your downward facing dog. Soften the eyes on one spot. In the down dog, sure will feel different now. And we're heading for a expression of side angle pose. Left foot down, inhale, right leg lifts. Remember, knee to nose crunch, step your right foot all the way through. Pivot your back heel down. Keep your right hand where it is. And so many times people have a hard time getting the hand down to the ground, but if you start with the hand on the ground, and roll your right hip under, and then reach your left arm up. You've done all of this like a warrior one back leg, and wade into the outer edge of the foot, and then reach your top arm over your head. And guide in that trajectory energetically in breath and from your back heel all the way out to your left wrist. And slide your heart through, shoulders away from your ears. Give it all you got for 3, 2. Inhale, rise up. You're in warrior 2. Keep that front leg bent. Slide your heart center, sternum back. Gaze over your front wrist and reach out through your fingertips. And straighten your front leg, hands to your hips, humble your chin, look down. Pivot your right toes in so you're facing the side of your mat. Lead with your chest, take your arms out into a T, and come down, hover halfway. With your belly, soften your chin more, take the kinks out of your neck. We're hovering, arms are out in a T. Feel your inner thighs draw back, tailbone down, inhale, rise, come back up. Turn your right toes out, exhale, lunge, warrior 2. Inhale to reverse your warrior 2, reach up and back. Windmill your hands, pivot on your back toes, kick your right leg back up, 3-legged dog. We've done it many times. Feel your right leg straight, lift the foot up higher, lift the foot up higher. Awesome. Bring your feet back together, big toes touch, and downward dog, deep breath into your chest. So I've got you working deep in your power center. Should be a hot one. Right foot down, inhale, left leg up. Knee to nose crunch, transition step, left foot all the way through. So if your left hand never moves, pivot your back heel down. You're halfway there. Wade into the outer edge of your right foot and reach your right arm up. Left glute rolls in. You've got it. Reach your right arm all the way over and plug into the outer edge of your right foot. Use your left fingertips. So sometimes, and you can use the fingertips, and that's just the space that you needed. The separation is where the connection takes place. Without the separation, it's really hard to connect. Right? That's when you're in a pose and you're like, I'm not even breathing right now. So make sure you're breathing. Then you can connect. Feel to your back heel. Inhale, rise up. You're in warrior 2. Lunge into your front leg. Keep your sternum slid back over your tailbone. Look over your front shoulder. Straighten the front leg, hands to your hips. Pivot, turn your left toes in. We're facing the sideline of your mat. Keep your feet where they are. Hinge, come halfway down, take your arms out into a T. Hover your torso without putting any weight into your low back. Feel your legs, inner thighs draw back. Feel it. Come back up. Tailbone down. And turn your left toes out. Keep those arms reaching. Lunge, warrior 2. Inhale to reverse your warrior 2. Reach up and back. Windmill your hands down. Plant, pivot. Kick your left leg back. We've been here, but we've never been here. Left leg high. Kick through the heel. Kick the leg higher. And softly step, feet back together, big toes touch, and breath in through your nose. Keep your lips sealed, little sigh in your body. Wonderful. Come down onto your knees, please. Untuck your toes, sit back onto your ankles, hands on your thighs. Gaze out in front, give your shoulders a roll back and down. And take a breath, ready. On your exhale, come forward and down onto your forearms. Interlace your fingers, cross your thumbs. And squeeze your hands, step your legs, feet back into a forearm plank. Tuck your toes. And line it up. More support if your feet are together. More space in your low back if your feet are apart. Firm into your forearms. And steady your gaze. We'll say on your knuckles. And so that just keeps you up versus dropping the weight of the head down and putting any more weight into your low back than you need to. Slowly, softly, bring your hips and your legs down onto the mat. And forearms stay, untuck your toes. You're in a Sphinx pose. And roll your shoulders back and down away from your ears. You can release your grip, curl your right heel in towards your bum. Reach your right hand back, grab for the inside of your right foot, ankle or shin. Use your left arm in front. And from your elbow to your forearm, as you start to draw your right heel in closer towards your bum. If you get it moving down, then you can turn the right hand to the top of the right foot and the elbow starts to draw up. And so it's a deeper stretch across your chest. And use the awareness of the ground, hips pressing down, breathe. And look down, slowly start to release your right leg back. Feel the foot come out of the hand, bring your right elbow back in front. You're in Sphinx pose. And you notice these aren't quick transitions. You want to let the leg come out and support with your core. Feel your foundation. And then take a breath as we set the other side. Left heel comes in. Left hand reaches back, grab the inside of the foot, ankle, or shin. And your right elbow through your forearm to your wrist. That's your kickstand for your heart. And hips heavy. And then start to draw with your left arm. Bring the heel towards the bum. As you find that space and separation for connection, hand goes to the top of the left foot. And the elbow turns up, opening and across the front of your left shoulder and deeper into your chest. Soften the chin. Slowly release your left foot back onto the ground. And both forearms back to the mat. You're in Sphinx pose. Take a deep breath into your nose. Interlace your fingers, cross your thumbs. Tuck your toes. Exhale, lift your knees. Come back into a forearm plank. Keep the neck long, all four sides. Gaze to your knuckles. We got it. Come back up to your left hand. Press back up to your right hand, high plank. And you still might be feeling your low back a little bit, so squeeze the belly in. Dome the upper back and across your shoulders like a cat back. And now inch by inch start to lift your bum into a downward facing dog. Put a little bend to your knees, please. And elongate or neutralize in the lower third of your spine. Slide your gaze to your hands and then bring your knees forward, sit onto your shins. Knees together, separate your feet apart. Roll your calf muscles out and so that you can sit down and your hips are in between your heels. So I've been on this kick, you guys, last 3 days. I think I said it yesterday, doing things in postures that my body is not necessarily good at doing. So breaking down some patterns and going outside of your comfort zone, still building the expression of confidence through your breath. And you can sit hands on your thighs like me. And if you're not feeling it, you can take your hands behind your legs. And with space in your low back, you can recline down onto your elbows or all the way down onto your shoulders. Feeling and breathing. And if you're on your shoulders, draw your belly, come back through your elbows. Elbows to your hands, hands to your thighs. Use your core to support as you start to lift your hips. Crawl your hands forward. And crawl your knees back so you're in a tabletop. Keep your right knee where it is. Kick your left leg straight back in space. Feel that hip crease release. And then honor the relationship low back and through your inner thigh into your hips. Swing that left leg out to the right. Tuck your toes into the floor. Keep your arms straight, and as you slide your chest through, pull your gaze forward. Take a deep breath in, and then gaze down. Swing your left leg back. Come on to all fours. And tabletop, kick your right leg straight back in space. Feel it from your inner thigh in relationship to your low back. Swing your right leg out to the left behind you. Tuck your toes into the floor. Keep your arms straight. And slide your heart through. Gaze forward. Got it. Take a deep breath in. And ground the gaze, feel the hands, bring your right leg back, all fours, hands and knees. And so you can do child's pose, a little more active, downward facing dog. Either case, it's an inversion. If you'd like to come down onto your forearms, you're prepped in interlacing the fingers. Make sure there's nothing out in front of you. You do not want to go over here. Interlace the fingers, open the heels of the hands. And then you're placing the back half of your head into your hands. Elbows are about shoulder width apart. I can just practice here, pressing through the forearms and feeling the head lift off the mat. Okay, all of that draw through your upper back. Tuck your toes and then lift your knees and start to walk your feet in. And you can play one leg up and then you can explore both legs up. The head is in the hands. The head is not necessarily on the ground. Forearms pressing down, shoulders stay lifted. Remember, we're not going over. If anything, it's just feet back to the ground. So you're in child's pose, down dog, or the supported version of a headstand, and putting little to no weight in your neck. If you went up with your right toes back down to the ground, soft landing, and then bring your left toes down onto the ground. Everybody shins to the ground, walk your hands in, roll that weight, and feeling your spine come back upright, head above your heart. Hands on your lap, shoulders away from your ears. And then a little tick-tock, head to the right, head to the left. And it's like your ears going to your shoulders. And roll your head around in a circle clockwise. And then roll your head around in a circle counterclockwise. And draw yourself back up to neutral. Inhale. And bring your hands to the mat. Step your right foot outside your right hand. And slide your left knee back. We're going to come into a lizard lunge. And crawl your left knee back as far as you can. And if you'd like, you can add some weight into the pinky toe side edge of your right foot. And then come down onto your forearms. And if your forearms don't ground, and stay on your hands or use a block, add the spacer in between the ground and your forearms. And feel the hips, let the head get heavy. And connect to the balance of your breath. And so it's a lighter breath here. Take some of the constriction out of the muscles around your throat. And feel the air in through the nostrils, out through the nostrils. Finish this breath at the end of the exhale. Come back up to your hands. Slide your right foot back. Come on to all fours. Switch sides. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. And then walk the right knee back. Space between the knees. Could add a little weight into the outer edge of your left foot. And come down onto your forearms. If not, stay on your palms or add the spacer of a yoga block between your mat and your forearms. Blocks are great because they bring the earth to your body and so that you can feel. As you feel, continue to breathe. Right into the sensation. Finish your exhale. Make your way back up to your hands. Slide your left foot back. Come on to all fours. And swing your feet around in front of you and lie down onto your backs, please. Once you lie down onto your back, bend your legs so that your feet are flat. You feel that nice neutral line through your spine. Should feel spacious. You've drawn so much awareness from your power center. Take your hands behind your head. Lift your feet off the mat, shins parallel, and begin Yogi Bicycles. So the exhale is happening as the elbow and crosses over to the opposite knee. Okay, so we do 10, and then both legs straight, arms by your sides, hovering. And 3 breaths in the hover. Body can shake. Hands behind the head, and then Yogi Bicycles again. 10. And then hover, both legs straight, arms by your sides. And shoulders and head off the ground as well as your feet. And draw with your low belly. Let's go. One more round, Yogi Bicycles. Hands behind the head. And then hug. Arms by your side. Stay with it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and let it go. Everything to release into the mat. Feel your belly release. Feel your jaw release. And feel the incredible expansion of the space and the separation that we have created through the practice of yoga. And to realize this beautiful feeling inside our true self. Go ahead and bring your right knee into your chest. Final wind relieving pose. And on your exhale, take your right knee across your body. Come into your final twist. Make this inhale longer than your last. Slow down your exhale. And then bring yourself back to center. And right leg can go long. Bring your left knee in. Hands onto your left shin. Final wind relieving pose. And use your right hand on your exhale, twist. Bring your knee across your chest. And gaze to center. Bring your left knee back across. And let both legs go out long. Arms by your side. Separate your feet wide enough. And feels good in your hips, feels good in your back. And set your shoulders, set your head. Take a breath to release your breath. And coming into your final Shavasana today. Without anticipating or expecting a result of space, see if you can feel the separation. And within the separation, feel the connection. And so nice to share the practice with you. And I hope you feel good. I hope you take it with you. And I hope you'll join us again tomorrow. We're here every day at noon. And you be well, everyone. And you be kind, support each other. Reach out if you need anything, please. You can always email us. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.